Hi, Phoenix.
Hi.
Welcome to Shadowbox Secrets.
Thank you.
You ready
So
to make
happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
You ready to make it two strangers to Shadowbox?
You know, yeah. Okay. Let's be
do
crafty
it.
queens.
We're gonna do
today.
it. So we are literally across the street from your theater right now.
Yes.
And you are the standby for Robin in Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how you joined the show, how you got involved in the show.
Yeah.
Take me back to the beginning.
So I got the audition for Robin. It came in to my email. And at the time, I already had booked a show that was working here during that exact same time. And I was like, well, we'll see. And I went in for Robin, and then I got called back, and then I got a final call back. And then I got a call from my team saying that the creative team was super excited and wanted to offer me the role of the standby. But at the time I was going to do this other show, and to leave to be the standby, I was just kind of like, I don't think it's really going to work. And at that time we only had maybe I want to say 3 weeks before we started. So at that point I really couldn't.
Is this for the Boston run?
Yeah, for the Boston run. My team was like, we don't know if we're going to be able to swing it. And then the Two Strangers creative team was like, she can Zoom for 2 weeks and then come up. That's fine. And I was like, seriously?
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, she can Zoom for 2 weeks. She can finish her show. I was doing Macbeth and Stride at BAM, and I've been doing that show since 2021. And it also started at ART.
Whoa.
So I think everyone was like, it's all right. And they made it work, and it was really awesome. And I was so excited. So I did the first 2 weeks on Zoom while doing Macbeth and Stride at BAM. And then I joined everyone 2 weeks later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was that like getting to go back up to ART? And
I love it up there.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to Cambridge, Felipe's Taqueria, we frequented that spot. The four of us were in college. It was theater camp, virtually.
I love it.
And we would have frozen margaritas and nachos every single Sunday. And we still kind of keep that tradition now where we all do something together every single Sunday.
Wait, that's so special.
As much as we can.
Yeah.
With everyone's schedules. But yeah, it's probably my favorite thing.
That's so special. And just being in a show like this, that's so intimate, and just a 2-person show and all of that stuff. It's so nice that the chemistry transfers into real life as well.
Oh my gosh. I think the foundation that we had in Boston truly made coming to Broadway so much more exciting. I think when we all got the call from Tim that we were transferring, we all freaked out in our group chat together.
What was that call like? I can't even imagine.
I had heard some rumblings that things were happening, but didn't know what per se. This is not enough clue. And then one day I was sitting in my apartment getting ready to go teach a fitness class, and Tim called me on WhatsApp, and I was like, hey Tim, what's up? And he was like, hey, there's been some rumblings, so I want you to hear it from me, but we're going to Broadway and we'd love for you to come with us. And that was just so amazing.
And then did you have to go teach a class after that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Was it one of the best classes you ever taught?
Oh yeah, but I couldn't tell anyone.
Of course.
Anything. So I was just like, hey everyone. And they were like, whoa. But the good thing is the energy of where I work is already so heightened. So it worked. But everyone's like, oh wow, she's got a lot going on today.
Crushed it.
That's a good
It's
one.
really good. You did great.
Period. I did get glue on my nails, but that's my fault.
And it comes right off.
Gorgeous. I just bought a hot glue gun, as you saw, for my class.
Yes. So as the standby, you have to stay ready at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
The show hasn't been running for a very long time yet, but have you had to do a mid-show go on yet?
No, mid-show, but I have gotten a call. This is such a funny story. I got a call, I want to say an hour and a half before the show that I was going on my birthday.
It's your present.
Yeah, my birthday is 4 days before Christmas, so we were having one of those crazy holiday schedule weekends, which was super fun. But I had already gone on, I want to say that Friday.
Okay.
I went on, and then Christiane came back for the Saturday performances. And then Sunday we had 2 shows, and I was like, man, I have no plans for my birthday. I didn't even plan on having drinks with anyone or going out or doing anything. And I was like, it's just one of those lackluster birthdays, and that's totally fine. And then I thought about going to brunch with my boyfriend. I was like, yeah, we could go to brunch, just one mimosa. It's totally fine. And he was like, you're kind of in a crazy schedule. Maybe we just stay home. Maybe you rest. So we stayed in bed. We watched a Disney movie, and I closed my eyes for 15 minutes, and then I feel my phone start vibrating a lot. And I was like, let me just check that. And I was like, haha, it's probably Judy, our stage manager. And I look at my phone, I was like, it's Judy. I gotta go. I actually need to be at the theater right now in order to start getting ready.
Oh my gosh.
So I rushed out of my apartment and I got to the theater, and it was really special because, spoiler alert, in the show, it is Robin's birthday. And the whole point is they're carrying this cake. And at a certain point in the show, Dougal says, happy birthday. And he has a candle on this cake and says, blow it out, make a wish. And so I got to blow out my birthday candle on stage in front of everyone. And then at the stage door, everyone was so sweet. And they all sang happy birthday to me when I went out to sign. I'll never forget that.
I have the chills. That's incredible.
And Sam at bows goes, it's her birthday. I will never forget that birthday. So a very lackluster birthday turned one of the most memorable.
That's incredible. She kind of just goes and celebrates her birthday by herself on stage. And now it was art imitating life, but in a much more exciting way.
Yeah. And she was like, girl, I didn't know if you were at brunch. I didn't know if you were running around the night before. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, you know what? At first I was a little stressed. And then I was like, this is actually going to be one of the best moments. So let me cherish it.
Wow. That's so fun. Yeah. That's such a special thing. And what is being a standby now for as long as you've been doing it taught you?
I have so much respect for standbys and swings and covers and honestly anyone backstage. My first job ever on Broadway, I was a swing / assistant stage manager. Crazy work. So I haven't covered like this in a long time. It keeps you prepared. It keeps you constantly like active. And every day when I come to the theater, I make it a point to say hi to everyone that I can, especially like in the cast on my way up. Because Christiane and I are all the way up on the penthouse suites. God. Is what I call it, the top floor. So all my way up, I say hi to Ted, I say hi to Sam and Vinny and Austin. I try to say hi to Janet if she's there before me. And it's just really nice to say hi to Christiane, Greg, and the connection of it all definitely is really important for telling the story. You have to have so much trust. You have to have so much vulnerability while telling the show, especially a 2-person show. So I try to stay as prepared as possible without freaking myself out.
Do you have to stay throughout the whole show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
We get to leave during the last song. But now that there's 4 of us, I think that we're staggering when people can leave. Because like, you don't really need 2 Robins and 2 dudes backstage at all times. But yeah, we get to dip out. And most times we actually stay because we have plans to all hang out together.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special. It's like so nice that it's just like the 6 of you backstage. You made your Broadway debut as a swing in which show? Please share with the class.
The revival of The Color Purple.
That is an incredible show to make your Broadway debut.
It was insane. I truly, to this day, sometimes think, like, how did that happen?
How did that happen?
How did I end up there? The real tea is I went to an open call for the role of Elphaba on Broadway. It was an Elphaba ensemble cover. And there we go. I had done all the way to the final callback between me and one other person. And I had just graduated college and the casting directors were like, you need to move to New York and we're going to bring you in for other stuff. And they brought me in for The Color Purple being one of those shows. And I had moved to New York 3 weeks before I found out that I got the job. I literally moved to New York. It was one of my first auditions in the city, The Color Purple. And 3 weeks later, I was telling my job. I worked at Don't Tell Mama as a host in the restaurant and in the piano bar. And I was working the 6:30 p.m. to 3 a.m. My mom was scared. She could not believe that I was working this shift. But I was like, it's going to work out, Mom. And 3 weeks later, I was telling her that I was making my Broadway debut.
It's like something you don't even hear about. But it's like, it's one of those stories that everyone wishes for. But it's like, that's...
Yes.
So then how did you get the assistant stage manager?
It was a part of the gig. From the jump, the audition said swing / assistant stage manager.
Wow.
Yeah. In college, when you didn't get cast in a show, you did crew. Yeah. And I ended up on the electrics crew a lot. And I did lighting. And so I did like lighting design. I did master electrician. I worked backstage. I worked the light board. And they were like, do you have any tech experience? So I was like, funny enough, I do. And I told them about it. And I found out later I was the first person to go for finals. And they said, when I walked out of the room, they were like, that's her. That's her. After that audition, I thought like, how cool. It was great to be in front of these people. I'll never hear from them again. So to know after I walked out that they kind of knew is insane.
That's so special. Yeah. Just pivoting a little bit, as we are rolling roses, I ask what your rose, bud, and thorn of being in Two Strangers are. So your rose is the highlight. Bud is something you're looking forward to. And the thorn is the most challenging part so far.
I would say rose, right? Okay. Yeah. The rose is the company that I get to work with. I think Two Strangers would be such a difficult challenge to do if everyone didn't get along or have that connection. And I think Tim did such a good job in the casting process of making sure that there were people who would connect in that way. Even when they brought in Austin and Jana later on, like he sent us a message being like, we found 2 people that really work with this group, and they very much do. And I'm so excited to have them be a part of it. So I will say the company is my rose. My bud is just more people getting the opportunity to see this really awesome show that we've been working on for almost a year now. We started in April of last year. So that's my bud, just to see how many more people get to come see the show and take away something like super beautiful from it. And then the thorn is just having so much time from going on. I go on about once a month at this point. And it is such an intricate show that the first show back is always like, gosh, what are you doing? Where are we? Like, okay, I need to get the tip jar. Oh, this thing opens up. Oh, I forgot this line. I said this thing. But I think with the trust that we do have, it makes it a lot easier because you know that the other person has your back regardless of it being a thorn.
Yeah. The set is so incredible. I was sitting there, I was like, how do you just remember all of that? And just because it all looks so similar.
Yeah. I've said in my mind that like 2 Strangers is choreographed.
Yeah.
It has to be in order for you to enjoy what you're doing.
Right.
It has to be like second nature to open this thing and go over here and know exactly when the turntable is moving. The turntable itself is such a beast. And Vinny and I are so lucky. We got to do the tech process with everyone.
Oh, amazing.
And in tech, they had me and Vinny dry tech things before they'd bring in Christiane and Sam sometimes. So we would have so much time with the turntable and lights and sound that it definitely aided in feeling comfortable. There we go.
You got it.
I did.
I believe in you. That's amazing.
You're so quick at this. Stunning.
You also then went to another smaller scale musical, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
What was it like getting to do that? You and Sam now share that.
Yes.
What was it like getting to be a part of such a phenomenon that was Dear Evan Hansen?
It was so insane because my first day with Dear Evan Hansen was the Friday before the Tony Awards.
Oh my God.
And I was coming in as a vacation cover.
I was at that Tony Awards.
You were?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was coming in as a vacation cover. I was only, thank you.
Yeah.
I was only supposed to be there for 2 weeks and I was never really supposed to go on.
Okay.
And I ended up going on in an emergency situation. And from that, I immediately went on tour. And while I was on tour, I found out that they wanted me to come back and replace. So my journey with Dear Evan Hansen was so quick because it was like, a 2-week gig where I come in, I cover. I'm not really going to do much to, oh my gosh, I'm doing the show with an entire company who just won Tonys. Ben just won a Tony. Rachel just won a Tony. I'm like fresh off of being stressed about money and like my life. And here I am doing the show. My family just so happened to be at that show too. So they got to see the entire thing. And when they asked me to come back, it was so amazing. And then I got to do it with some friends that I truly have for a lifetime.
That's so amazing.
And in my final callback, when I first met Sam, I was like, we both did Dear Evan Hansen. And he was like, yes. And we were like, all right, let's do the scene.
Yep, let's go. Wow. Yeah. That's so fun.
Yeah.
How long were you on tour for?
I've been on the Les Mis tour on and off since 2017. I was a part of the original North American tour cast.
Wow.
And so I actually had found out that I was going to play Eponine on the tour while I was at Dear Evan Hansen for those 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So I knew I was always going to leave to go do that. But then when I was on tour, I found out that I was going to come back. And then after I finished Dear Evan Hansen, the person playing Eponine left to go do a Hamilton tour. And it was like so fast. So they called me to come back. So I was back up until the pandemic shut down. And then they started up a new tour after the pandemic. And then I was in Costa Rica on a flight back where I got a call being like, hey, someone is going to be out for a while. Can you come be the Eponine standby literally just while we're in LA? And I was like, sure, why not? And then I found out that the Eponine was leaving and they were like, just kidding, can you stay for 5 months? So I ended up going out and staying for a while. So Eponine has like such a special place in my heart because I've been doing it since I was 23 years old. So I've been doing Eponine for almost 10 years.
Was Eponine like a dream role or was it something?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I was, that one's not as cute, but that's okay. When I was in college, my freshman year, I worked at a ticketing office in Philadelphia. I'm from Philly, and the Academy of Music and the Kimmel Center. I worked for their ticketing office and they were doing Les Mis. So we got free tickets and I got to see Les Mis. I think it was like January of maybe 2012. And I was obsessed with it. We were in the nosebleeds and I was like, Mom, I want to play Eponine. Like I need to play Eponine one day. And then when I was on the tour, my last show with the tour before I came back and joined Dear Evan Hansen was in Philly at the same time, January of 2018. And it was 2013 when I saw it. And it was January of 2018. And I got to do Eponine in my hometown, exact same theater, but this time I was on stage. And that's the craziest full circle moment I've ever had in my life. And I don't think anything will top that.
So much of what we've been talking about, it's kind of just like, it feels like everything is just like meant to be. Yeah. And it really just so feels that way. It's incredible.
Totally. I was like the queen of manifestation when I was younger. I would tell my mom, like, this is going to happen. I believe it. She's like, okay, Phoenix, you got to like temper your expectations. I was like, no. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's fully going to happen, Mom. And when I got my first Broadway show, I made like a bet with her. I was like, if I get a Broadway show, like you have to have a glass of wine with me. And she was like, okay, sure. And 3 weeks later is when I found out.
3 weeks later, so a glass of wine together.
I fully will say I am the queen of manifestation.
I love it. I need you to teach me.
When I saw this and then I saw what this whole thing was, I was like, I cannot wait to put whatever this is in my dressing room.
Oh my God.
Everyone's going to be so jealous.
I'm so excited. I keep seeing people like who I've interviewed, like have them in their dressing room. And I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yes. My dressing room, I've curated it so intensely.
I'm so
excited.
Took
me months. Like Shay will tell you. Every week I'd like put something new up. Vinny was a celebrity with his dressing room. Like he knew exactly what he was going for. His dressing room was done by opening night.
You're kidding.
My dressing room took some time, but I'm very happy and excited with how it turned out.
Is it all blue?
No.
It's,
I was going back and forth. Actually, I do have a blue couch in my room.
Okay.
But my goal was to just have it be like cozy and warm and welcoming. And then Vinny gave me the idea of like a Parisian cafe.
Ooh.
So I got this little like end couch and I put up a gallery wall and I picked all these pictures off of Etsy for my gallery wall.
Love.
And I noticed about like a week ago that all of the things that I picked were very Robin coded. Like I have a coffee mug and a croissant up there. And then I have like a black cat and they're saying like Robin's the black cat and Dougal's the golden retriever. I have this little ticket. It's like a restaurant ticket where you would like take someone's order and it says hustle hard, dream big. And I just added that up there. And then for opening, my boyfriend gave me a Whitney Houston record and Vinny got me this record cover. And so I have this Whitney Houston and Whitney Houston's referenced in the show. Yeah. And I was like, wow, not me making it very Robin coded without even
realizing.
Trying. Yeah.
Wow. She's just so ingrained in your life now. Whoa. That's so cool. Are you big into interior design or is this something that kind of just were like,
but there we go. I have not had a solo dressing room in quite some time. And so I was like, let me just create this as like my beautiful, cute little space. Yeah. And I share a floor with Christiani, which is so cute. We have a little room in between us that we're attempting to make a speakeasy.
Wait, that's incredible.
We've been saying this since opening night and still have yet to do anything with it. But it's going to be super cute for Snob. Very soon.
For Snob, we love.
I just got glue everywhere. I'm going to keep saying it, that you're so good at this. I know you've been doing it, but
I'm not going to say it, but thank you.
Still.
Thank you.
Even just like this idea is so fun.
Thanks.
And it's so personalized. You don't get to do a lot of things that are personalized and that you can keep at the end of it.
So another fun game we like to play here at Shadowbox Secrets is Butter Blossom, which is basically a this or that game. So we can make it rapid fire if you want. It doesn't totally have to be. Butter
Blossom.
Yes.
Gorge.
While we're gluing. Contemporary or classical musical theater?
I mean, I've mostly done contemporary musical theater, so I'm probably going to have to say that because it pays the bills.
That's the way to choose it.
I mean, listen, I love a classical show, though.
Love a classical show, but I'm a contemporary musical theater girl, too. What'll it be, or this year?
This year.
Ooh.
Yeah, hot take. Hot take, probably.
Love it. Stand by or swing?
Stand by, because when I was a swing, I covered 5 different tracks.
Oh my gosh.
And there was one night I was going out on stage, and I had been one person the day before, and I was walking out, and she goes, "Baby, you're not me." And I was like, and it was like the most calm, like quiet point of the show. It's like at the end of Act 1, and we all just like walk out, and Celia's like having a moment being like, "Nettie's alive." And I was like doing my thing, and I was really in it, and I was walking to the wrong spot, and she was like, "You're not me." And I was like,
You're right.
So I just ended in the wrong spot, but I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it strong and wrong. And I held my head up high, and I got backstage, and I could not believe. So one roll, stand by.
One roll, stand by.
Definitely.
2-person show or a big ensemble?
I'm really loving the 2-person show, but there's something about a show with a big ensemble and a big like dance number. Yeah. A big like creating community. Yeah. I'll go with the big show, but I do love my 2 strangies. Okay.
Cardio or strength?
Cardio.
Same. Good for you or I'm here?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here, even though it was so awesome to rock out to Good For You, but I'm going to go with I'm here.
Teaching or taking a fitness class?
Teaching a fitness class. I love teaching 305 Fitness. It has given me like the most confidence, the most joy, and the best community I've never known before.
Wow.
Truly. I had never even thought that I would do fitness or be a fitness instructor. And it has truly been one of the biggest blessings I've ever had.
Oh my gosh. When we finish this game, I'm asking you more questions about it.
Please.
But lastly, cake or a fortune cookie?
I have to go with cake.
Okay, good. Good answer.
I'm going to have to go with cake.
Good answer.
I do like to see what the fortunes are.
Oh, same.
During the show, because we open a fortune cookie.
Like
the
a real
fortune,
one?
Yes,
Yeah.
every night. The fortune cookies are so insane. But the first show I ever went on for, my fortune cookie that night said, "Don't panic." And I put it up in my dressing room. I keep a little jar of all of the fortune cookies that I open on stage. And I had to save that one.
Absolutely. Wait, that's so... Another full circle,
Yeah,
like
I know.
manifestation kind of reminder. You teach 305 Fitness.
I do.
I have never been to 305 Fitness before.
Come by. I'll guest you in anytime.
I'm there. I'm just obsessed with the whole world of group fitness and all that stuff. Tell me everything. And what is it like having two jobs currently?
Yeah. I mean, it's exhausting. It's a lot. I mean, doing a new musical, your schedule is insane.
Yeah.
So I definitely went from doing 6 classes a week to going down to doing 2 classes a week. And now I teach 1 class a week. And hopefully that does change soon. Come to 305, come to my class. And now I also teach at Equinox. So I teach 305 at Equinox as well. But it is a hard juggle, but I found so much joy in being a fitness instructor. And I found this like love in this community. And actually when I just went on recently, all of 305 surprised me and came to the show. So the instructors, the DJs, the owners of the Williamsburg location, the managers, I had seen them earlier in the day, took a class like just to support, and all of them were like, okay, bye. Like I was going to Disney World that week. They're like, have fun at Disney. And I was like, oh, I guess like they're not going to come. Like I had told them about it. And then at intermission, I saw one of them who I'd seen post about it. And I was like, what? I came outside to our stage door, full 40 people deep of people from the school that I went to. There were students plus 305. It was so crazy. So I really enjoy having a community that is outside of what I do as my normal basis. And also, I didn't believe that I'd actually be able to do it. And so to be at this point and then encourage other people to do it is...
How did you get into all of this?
Truly, it was the beginning of 2025. I decided that I had just read The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. And I decided that I was going to make 2025 my year of yes. And I was like, you know what? I enjoy fitness and let me attempt to be a fitness instructor. And I wanted to go the Pilates route. And then I was scrolling on Playbill, as you do. And I found an audition for 305 Fitness. I was like, oh, dance cardio. I'll try it. And it was while I was in rehearsals for Macbeth and Stride. And wasn't great the first time around. Like they didn't call me back, nothing. And then they had another round of auditions in January. And I was like, you know what? It's nearby. I'm just going to go. And I went and I got called back that day. And then I went to the callback and I found out that day that I got the job. And I was like, wait, I didn't think this was going to happen so fast. And actually, I don't think I'm prepared to become a fitness instructor. And this is dance cardio. So for the structure of the class, you're learning. For us, I think there were 25 active songs at the time. So I had learned 25 songs. I learned the course of the class. The class at the time was 45 minutes. Now it's 50 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And there were like all these different elements to it. And when I tell you, I had so many crash outs. I had so many crash outs while I was figuring it out.
Imagine.
But now I'm at this place where I'm like so sure of myself. And I have like such a great community of people who take my class and I work with. And yeah, 305, when I got Two Strangers and went to Boston, I was still taking the classes online because I do 305 at home. And I didn't want to lose all this progress that I had made. And then we also didn't know at the time that Two Strangers was coming to Broadway. So I was like, oh, I'll go back to my fitness job. Totally. And then when we were going to Broadway, I was like, wait, I kind of want to keep it. So actually the entire rehearsal process of Two Strangers, I was doing 305 on Mondays on our one off day a week.
Gosh.
So I didn't have an off day the entire first 3 months of Two Strangers. I was teaching at night.
Oh my gosh.
I was teaching
Mondays.
Yeah, I was teaching on Mondays at noon, and then sometimes I'd cover a class. So
That's incredible. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited.
This is about to be so freaking cute. Everyone's about to be jealous.
I know. All right, ready? You can push it in with me.
Okay.
Are you ready? 1,
Yes.
2, 3.
That was amazing.
I love it.
I love this.
I'm so excited.
Y'all jealous or what? This is my favorite line from the show.
Same.
It's a huge through line. I was thinking like, what'll it be? This, that, and the third. And then I was like, no, this is like my favorite thing. Actually, my opening night gift to everyone, I got these custom cookies and I had like little American Express cards and the 4-digit code was our opening night date. And then the name on the card said Roger.
That's
and
incredible.
So it has been like the biggest through line. I love it.
I love it. Yay!
This is adorable.
I was so excited when I saw that's what you had filled out for it. And I was like, let's do it.
Yes. Truly, I was like, I don't know if this is possible, but I was like, oh, a fortune cookie would be way cuter than like, no offense to the cake, love the cake. But I was like, for this particular project.
It's like those like get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a cute little inside joke.
Yeah.
So sadly, our time is wrapping up. I have our standard final 3 questions. Okay. The first was, if this was in a gallery, what would its title be?
Oh gosh. Let me put it on the wall and see.
Like the little card underneath.
I understand you.
Cute. I love that. I understand you. If a castmate had to surprise you with a shadow box, what do you think the quote or decal would be on it, and who do you think it would be from?
It would probably be Christiani. This time next year, you'll be happy. Yeah. I think that's what it would say.
I love that.
Or it would be from Samantha, Sam, and it would say Auntie Robin.
That every time that killed me. It was so good.
It's my favorite part of the show.
It's so good.
I love when the audience they're like, I'm ahead of you. And then they're like, no, wait, I'm not. Wait, we're in this together. Oh my gosh. And it's like the laughter is really in threes. It's like a chuckle and then it's like a full laughter. And then it's like, oh my gosh, the lid is blown off. Yeah.
Definitely. And then lastly, when you look back at this years after your time with Two Strangers has ended, what do you hope it reminds you of?
My friends and the time that we had creating this really beautiful show. Oh, I might get emotional. I really love this show. I really love working with these people. And it's not always like this. And so to have something so beautiful and to walk away with this, I'll probably cry. My children one day, I'll be like, y'all don't know. You don't understand what this is. They're like, who's Roger? And I'm like, no.
We love him. We love Roger. Well, thank you so much for crafting with me today. This was so special.
This was so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry later.
I can't wait.